Hold on, just a second. Make us match this out now. Me, Theodore. You, on the other side, Jamaica Magazine. This can only mean one thing, you know. It's Saturday. Not just yesterday the week start, though. In fact, not just yesterday the year start. It's like practically October now. Jano Star. Anyways, let me hold it together so we can get back to our regular programming.
3 Miles is one of the country's busiest intersections with 70,000 vehicles passing through the area daily, and it's now experiencing roadwork improvements. Motorists and pedestrians are being asked to follow simple road rules as they traverse the 3 Miles area and any other road construction zones in the country. Remember, the prescribed speed limit is 30 kilometers per hour. Adhere to the instructions of the flag persons in these areas. Always look out for posted warning signs. Expect delays. Plan for them by leaving early to reach your destination on time. And finally, slow down and be aware of your environment. The development of the 3 Miles road network is just another example of our government working to make Jamaica the place of choice.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. As major roadworks in the corporate area caused significant traffic delays this week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness instructed the police and transport officials to ensure more efficient traffic management and diversions were implemented.
There should be visibly a level of urgency displayed by the officials to ensure that this matter is addressed.
Meanwhile, Minister Darrell Vaz said the dissemination of real-time information and installation of additional signs and alternative routes ordered by the Prime Minister would be implemented. In addition to that, he said shortening the road construction work time for the 3 Miles area was being explored.
So we're also looking at working hours and the possibility of night working so that we can reduce the 8 months to a lesser time based on what we know, and of course with Christmas coming.
Government and the Nurses Association of Jamaica this week signed a wage agreement for the contract period 2017 to 2021, paving the way for nurses to receive a 16% salary increase over 4 years. The amount available for tertiary grants and for scholarships at the master's level will also be increased.
With this agreement, it brings to approximately 80% the number of public sector workers who are covered by a 4-year wage agreement.
Government has signed a bauxite mining lease with New Day Aluminium Jamaica, which is expected to increase growth in the sector and secure the jobs of over 300 people.
We believe that this new arrangement will earn the country more in US dollars compared to the traditional levy system. Under the agreement, the government will earn 17.33% earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, or amortization.
Government will be spending $80 million to acquire lands for the construction of 3 marine bases to curtail illicit activities and protect Jamaica's borders. The marine bases are to be located at Rocky Point in Clarendon, James Bond Beach in St. Mary, and Alligator Pond in St. Elizabeth. 169 new constables will be deployed to strengthen the work of the Jamaica Constabulary Force following their recent graduation.
You are accountable first for your own actions. You have control over whether you act ethically with integrity and serve at the highest level. You are a key part of the mission to restore public order and safety in our country. You'll be officers of integrity who will improve families, communities, and the country.
Chief Education Officer Dr. Grace McLean says 2 timeout facilities have been established at the Alpha Boys School in Kingston and St. John Bosco Boys Home in Mandeville to help rehabilitate students who exhibit behavioral problems. She says 12 similar facilities will be opened across the island. The neediest of Jamaica's 7,000 registered coffee farmers are now able to access funds from a $60 million donation to the industry from the Leaching family.
We are going to ensure that this $60 million
is expended in the fairest, research-based, empirically research-based, most transparent way, where we target those who are most needy, not just as a giveaway, but as an opportunity to begin that turnaround in the productive capacity of this industry.
And finally, plans are in train to further develop the Gordon Town Square in St. Andrew in time for it to be renamed Miss Lou Square in September 2019. Those plans were disclosed at a recent function to unveil a life-size statue of the late cultural icon.
Miss Lou now has a statue to celebrate her, and those who pass by will look up to her for inspiration and encouragement as we continue our efforts to achieve sustainable prosperity for our people.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
Yo, this is We're committed to reducing the impact of disasters occurring in Jamaica. We're ever ready to assist you before, during, and after a disaster. But everybody have a role to play, so make we work together and follow the plan. Whether rich or poor or where you come from, hurricanes affect everyone, so be prepared. Prevention is better than cure. Be prepared. Listen to OPM. A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Quick question. Is cooking a science or is it art? Personally, I like to think of it as both, as nothing can better explain the explosion of yumminess you get from a meal prepared with just the perfect combination of spice and niceness. And just like art, with colors, textures, and in this case a medley of flavors, nothing beats a well-presented meal. But that's just my take. While you think about it, feast your eyes on this.
The Child Protection and Family Services Agency recently paid a visit to the Glen Hope Nursery and Place of Safety in Kingston with one mission in mind: to treat the children to a yummy, colorful, and balanced breakfast.
What we would have done today is one, come in, participate, show how we can use still low-cost, low-budget solutions, but present it in such a way that the children are very excited about it. And you would have seen their faces, you would have seen how they've enjoyed it. And part of what we're doing is ensuring that we infuse a healthy diet. So we have our fruits in the mix so that our children, while eating things that they like, they're also eating things that they need to eat.
But the junior minister and representatives from the Child Protection and Family Services Agency did not travel to Maxfield Avenue alone, and for good reason.
We've enlisted the support of Jackie Tyson, one of our very well-known chefs, and we are working with her throughout our child protection system to see how we can make our meals more exciting, more enticing for our children, while keeping it healthy. This is part of a bigger project which we're taking right across our homes. We're having Jackie go into our kitchens, work with our chefs, help them to do the same things but in different ways. We're also looking to upgrade our kitchen facilities right across our system, and we're doing this for both public and private homes. And we would have started this mission from last year, where what we're doing, bringing in the experts to look at things like decor, color, how does it make the child feel, and definitely nutrition.
And what's the message that the ministry hopes to convey in carrying out this mission?
One of the things that is important for everybody to know, children in homes that have parents and children who have come into our care, that really there's no difference between our children. The only difference is the circumstance that they would have endured. Our children aren't different. All of them require patience, love, understanding.
Art for the eyes, art for the ears, for expression, for the body, for positivity. Art for entrepreneurship, nation building. Art for Jamaica.
Mr. Music Man, tell me a story now. What kind of story do I hear?
The kind of story that speaks about how realities are being redefined. The kind of story that uses the creative magic of music as the tool to cultivate positive behavior and attitudes, while simultaneously developing entrepreneurial skills. A story that calls to all Jamaicans using the familiarity of sound, rhythm, and movement. The story written by Fiwi Jamaica. The Fiwi Jamaica project began in 2015 with the aim of empowering women and girls and other vulnerable groups dealing with human trafficking, domestic and intimate partner violence, among other issues, through various social and economic intervention programs.
The project had 7 activities to deepen our understanding of tolerance. A very significant part of our project was activity 3, creating the space for change and transformation through music and culture.
The interventions implemented under Activity 3 included St. James Gender-Based Violence Music Initiative, including Drums for Life, Masters in Residence Global Competitiveness Training Program, Girls Using Ubuntu Respect and Love for Entrepreneurial Success Girls, Songwriting Competition, Downtown Music Theatre Summer Camp, and Women Healing in Music. The drum has been the heartbeat of traditional African societies. It was used as the instrument to celebrate various aspects of life. Through Fiwi Jamaica, the drum became a medium of transformation for the youths engaged in the St. James Gender-Based Violence Music Initiative.
The project involves the teaching of hand drumming by the Trelawney Maroons to students in selected communities in and around Montego Bay. We also included teaching of traditional and popular dance and also spoken word as aspects of the Drums for Life program to make it a little bit more inclusive. Throughout the 12 weeks, we ensured that the students understood that they were able to consider a career from playing drums.
Progress, Mr. Minana, time to look back. My education is key. From poverty, it's a go set me free. Time for waste, no, me not have that.
It has helped me being more focused in my schoolwork and being particular with my friends.
Master drummers also engaged the participants through mentorship.
It kind of saved me out of trouble, and all my teenage, tender age was all about focusing on music. I was so occupied, I didn't have time to get involved in anything else. My whole, every day I get up, what else new, what song we will learn today. So it was a drive that keep me occupied, and so I never get involved in anything else other than music and dreaming big,
The practice of mentorship also filtered into the Masters in Residence MIR Global Competitiveness Training Program. The intervention also adopted the coaching and entrepreneurship strategies of Jamaica's successful track and field enterprise. The MIR program became a creative hub for songwriters, performers, technicians, and managers.
We wanted to present an option, a blueprint that would set to young producers and young artists and things. You don't necessarily have to go that way. We have massage a template into place that we can set to people. Here is a way to train performers. Here is a way to train songwriters. Here are some things that we can introduce people to who are interested in management.
That template produced a class with over 40 graduates, equipped with the skills to share the Jamaican creative experience on the international stage.
It is much more than talent. That is only half of it, and that is exactly what the program brought to light. And it helps me to better myself as a performer, as a songwriter. I got exposed to the knowledge of engineering and marketing as well, so I can market myself as an artist.
The female entrepreneurs in the MIR program, through the creation of Girls in Music, responded to the challenge as to how to enable women in the music industry.
The overarching objective of Girls is to assist and empower female entrepreneurs in various industries and disciplines to achieve their goals by providing funding, mentorship, educational and entrepreneurial services, as well as other related activities. We have witnessed the ideas of various members come to fruition. These include 2 successful plays, Living Dangerously and Forbidden Fruit. The theme song for the Tambourine Army's march against abuse of both women and men, with the deeply impactful and sobering anthem, Now Make Them Win. You are a part of the unveiling of an all-female-led album, Big Woman Things.
Songwriters and lyricists were also provided with a creative space to speak of universal concerns through the songwriting competition. A total of 183 entries were submitted at the close of the 2017 staging. Contestants were required to compose lyrics to a partially completed song entitled You Deserve to Be Loved.
Their advice was to talk about it from the pastor perspective rather than, say you see him beat her, I just say, as a pastor, I would encourage you. I should encourage you to stay, because the first rule of a pastor is never to tell a husband and wife to separate. My mother tell me that early, no matter what. But I just decided to say right away that not going to make no sense. I should encourage you to stay, but dear sister, I can't encourage you to do that today. Safety has to be a first priority. Don't tell me say him love me because him beat me because him love me. Because love don't beat or easily get angry. Love is patient, love is kind, as the Bible will remind. Love's supposed to bless and not disrespect you.
The philosophical underpinning of the entire project was our embrace of the South African concept of Ubuntu. I am because you are because I am. And that became an important theme in the project that we not only shaped in song and music, but we delivered in much of the interventions that we've had. We wanted to empower Jamaicans to recognize that we have a responsibility for Jamaica. Jamaica belongs to all of it. It's for Jamaica, and that means we have a responsibility to ensure that Jamaica can grow and prosper, and we can achieve the visions that we've created for ourselves in Vision 2030.
Find a way, you are a diamond, so I am because you are. So I am because you are. I am because you are. Ubuntu, I am because you are. One more time again. I am because you are.
He has been here for about 6 months. He does general stock maintenance and ordering of the shelves. When he just started out, he was a bit shy and reserved, but over time he has become more outspoken, and he gets along well with his co-workers, and he does good work here.
It's a joy having Desmond here with us. I really appreciate NYS for sending him here. He has been a good worker. We had no problem with him. If somebody didn't say it, you didn't even know that he has a disability. Anywhere you sent him to work, he fits in himself, and we are very happy to have him.
My name is David Wickenham. I work at J&J Pharmacy on Barney Street.
Well, working with Davian, it has been a really great experience. Well, I'm an open-minded person, and when I heard that he was going to be here, I was like, if he's going to be reserved or outspoken, well, he's actually outspoken. If anything is needed to be done, we can call on Davian.
Thanks to the NYS for developing the empowerment program, for giving young people with disability a better chance in life, and I trust that they will continue this program.
Just to say, continue doing what you're doing. and God's richest blessing on the organization.
If you or someone you know has an intellectual disability, you can refer them to the National Youth Service, where our program fully caters to their personal and professional needs, where we will be sure to assist them in transitioning into the world of work.
The National Youth Service, empowering Jamaica's young people.
We're not done just yet. The creative industry has been making its rounds, and if you're between the ages of 17 to 34, like these young hopefuls, you too can get in the circle.
I was yearning for success so much that it brought me to the wrong route. I was actually incarcerated because of my actions, and that is where I got into sewing, because I had to do something to make up for the time and to keep myself active. So this program, I heard about it as soon as I was released in May 13th. So it was my ray of hope. This is my change. This is my way forward. So I come with all zeal and tenacity to go forward.
Cressy Ray is just one of the thousands of Jamaican young people whose lives are being transformed because of their engagement in the Prime Minister's Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment Hope Program.
The Hope program is about engaging with the youth of Jamaica in a meaningful way. To give them, so it is mainly a training and apprenticeship program, if I can summarize that in a nutshell. It involves engaging young persons through, firstly, values and attitudes, or what I call core skills training. Then it gets into a skills training, a very basic skills training, and then get them to serve as an apprentice for up to 1 year, honing the skills that they would have learned.
And that is exactly the course taken by the Hope Garment Construction Corps at the Heart Trust NTA Garmix Academy.
The first phase was 2 weeks of what is called core skills training. Basically life skills training, different areas where they were taught life coping skills, punctuality, how to dress for work, how to manage their emotions, things like that.
I deserve the best things that life has to offer.
They were taken into the machine operating training, where the 100 were placed in 4 groups of 25 with 4 instructors learning to sew. The final phase will be going into production, where they will actually start making the shirts for the other persons. And you will see from the display we have over here that they're actually making shirts now.
Yes, you heard right. These students are actually making shirts for the over 15,000 participants of the Hope program.
When we started the program, the intent was to have everybody be in receipt of a shirt, Oxford type shirt, that would be to help to promote the good working ethics, including their own dress and deportment. To purchase shirts outright and to have them branded, the cost was really far too prohibitive in order to kit out the vast numbers that we're hoping to reach on the program. Then there was a suggestion to speak to Heart Garmix Academy, and I found out that they had this massive facility with over 100 machines, which were generally being underutilized at the time.
Now these young garment makers are learning much more than stitching shirts for fellow Hope participants.
I'm enjoying it right now because I can make my own shirt, skirt, and now I'm dropping to make my own dress.
It is very enlightening, astounding, I didn't know it was so meticulous to make even a simple dress. You know, we look at it as just 2 pieces of fabric, but when you get down to the nitty and gritty, it has so many different calculations, but it's something I love.
Because the clothes wasn't working out for me, I tried to do jewelry making. It's going great so far because I can make my own jewelry, I can produce it, I can have my own store and selling them.
The length is from the waist to the ground.
And none of this would be possible without the team of hard-working instructors on hand.
At first, I didn't know anything about sewing. Then, basically, getting the steps from our instructors, and they're teaching us step by step, so you get everything and understand. And at this stage where I'm at, I'm proud of myself, because if I didn't came here, I wouldn't know to do nothing at all.
The teachers, trust me, they work hard. It's not easy dealing with us as young adults, so they work hard. And what I love about them, it's not just about passing for them. It is about sitting down with the person, making sure they understand. So I give the teachers 2 thumbs up.
They help me a lot because I give them most of them problem. And there is not an instructor here who don't know me. Because I walk around and I ask questions, how to do my shirt, and they all helped me. It don't make no sense to stay home and sit down and I look for somebody to give something when you can come out, learn a skill, and can do something for yourself.
It doesn't matter what background you're from or where you're from. Just come with an open mind and willing to learn. And once you're willing, you'll go a long way because there's hope for you.
For more information on the Garment Construction Corps or the HOPE program, call or visit a National Youth Service or Heart Trust NTA office. Toll free 1-888-432-7868 or email info@heart-nta.org.
Three Miles is one of the country's busiest intersections with 70,000 vehicles passing through the area daily, and it's now experiencing roadwork improvements. Motorists and pedestrians are being asked to follow simple road rules as they traverse the 3 Miles area and any other road construction zones in the country. Remember, the prescribed speed limit is 30 kilometers per hour. Adhere to the instructions of the flag persons in these areas. Always look out for posted warning signs. Expect delays. Plan for them by leaving early to reach your destination on time. And finally, slow down and be aware of your environment. The development of the 3 Miles road network is just another example of our government working to make Jamaica the place of choice.
Our show ends here, but the stories continue on our social media page. Join in the conversation and let's create an exchange type of relationship where we learn and share with and from each other. I'm Theodore Henry, and the team here at the JIS is reminding you that there's nothing more artistic than loving people. See you next time, and do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.